field has definitely gotten way hotter inside the 45 car. We'll keep an eye on that as they battle, trying to see if they can get into the round of 8.
And look at where Bell, not only what lap you pit on, but where you blend back into the racetrack. So he blends right behind Buescher, who was last on pit road at lap 67, so he has decent tires. It's not going to be an easy pass for Bell. Up the road is Blaney, and Jeff, you know, all of that. Now you're trying to conserve tire. You have 38 to go. Bell has to real kind of decide what part of this mess he wants to be in. Is he going to chase the 17 through? And while this is happening, what do the leaders do, right? Is this where the 5 decides to come to pit road, or the 88 of SVG? Bell continues to chase the 17. The leaders coming off turn 4. Let's see who pits. Yes, sir. 5 gets on pit road. The 88 stays out and runs another lap. So we'll see where the 5 pits and blends to see if he can blend in front of some of that traffic that has Bell hung up, Parker.
Right, Stephen. Cliff Daniels was watching that battle as you were describing everything that was happening on the racetrack there in terms of where the 5 might be able to come out and beat the 20. It's 4 tires for Kyle Larson here to add that extra grip. Just struggling a little bit still with the rear tires.
So now where will the 5 blend relative to Bell? He should be behind because of the fresh tires, but did Bell get hung up? He's in traffic.
Yeah. This is good. The top 3 and 3 different strategies, albeit by a lap. There's Buescher and Bell.
Oh, the 5's going to have a huge advantage. He's going to get a big gap, not only in time, but positions. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars between the 5 of Larson and the 20 of Bell. Huge advantage to Larson's team for the pit stop and the cycle.
Jeff, we then turn our attention to SVG. What's his in and out lap going to be like?
And I think he has to come this lap. Even as good as SVG is at conserving tires, I think he knows he has competition. Jeff, you said it. Larson and Bell are sick of getting beat. They want to prove they can beat the driver of the 88. I think the 88 has to counter.
Yeah, let's see if their team decides that's what they want to do, or if they want to let SVG do SVG things, and that's run fast times on old tires. Can that work? Could they use a different strategy, or are they going to try to match the strategy? They are pitting.
I think it's the only decision. Now the question is, how did he get to pit road? The roll time. Can the pit crew of the 88 keep up with that lightning fast stop of the 5 of Larson? You see on the upper right the map to give you an idea where everyone is. Marty, the 88 in front of you.
Yeah, move, counter move. Shane Van Gisbergen coming to pit road. He said, I just don't have the grip early in runs that those guys have. And overall, the longer we run, I just need more grip. It was SVG's call to go a little bit longer than the 5 team. He mentioned his pit crew earlier this week, so they've had some struggles over the last month, but they changed some things up last week. We'll see where this pit stop cycles them out.
Yeah, absolutely. The 5's already gone by. Now the 20's gone by, so a lot of work for the 88. As we covered that, the 1 and the 22 are now on pit road. Logano's in his pit box. Chastain also. So bunch of battles here, Marty. How's it look for the Logano?
So far, a good stop for this 22 bunch. Paul Wolf was in his window a few laps ago, but he said when the 1 comes, you follow him to pit road. So Joey Logano comes to pit road so far, doing what he needs to do to make it to the round of 8, but there's still 36 laps to go.
It looked like an issue.
Yeah, the 1 car had a much better pit stop than his 22.
Oh, right front won't come off. You see it right there. Struggles to get the right front off, Jeff. You said it. The 1 had a much better pit stop.
So I was interested to see how these teams are going to play it. Jack goes up, right front doesn't come off. I was very curious to see if the 1 and the 22 were going to pit at the same time. The 22 matching the 1 strategy, but the pit crew did not execute.
Roval 400.
See, he gained on entry, but didn't really lose anything everywhere else. I mean, that is just such an advantage. Let's see if he actually gets to the 5 car here. I don't think it's a real safe place to pass this time of the race. There's probably no need to try to make this pass here.
I think when you're better like that, you can be more patient.
Yes.
I mean, you have 24 laps. This is really, I think, we're 88. So he's fast. We talk about that. But what gets overlooked is his racecraft. So many races in these full-bodied style cars down in Australia, Diff, that you've covered, and you've seen that they run like this, nose to tail, for so many laps that he's so comfortable in proximity.
I think right here, climbing the hill, going to make a right-hander, and then to the 180-degree corner Watch what the 88 does here. I have a feeling that the pass is coming.
Meanwhile, on board bottom box, Joey Logano.
There he is. Just simply outbreaks the 5 car and makes it look easy.
Little tap from Larson, exiting turn 7. Here's Christopher Bell.
With Bell's coming to pit road earlier, he's run a couple laps so much faster that I assume he's going to easily be the leader of this race. We're going to see if that's the case when this all cycles around. Remember, the leaders still need to pit. Logano on pit road. That's a story because of the battle between the 1 of Chastain. Marty.
The 22 kind of in no man's land here, Steve, with 23 to go. Paul Wolf said if you can make it live for 4 or 5 more laps, I would love that. Logano said, my stuff is gone. I'm literally just hanging on. He said, we have 2 sets. If you want to make that call, we can 2-stop it in these 22 laps left in the race, 23. He said, you make the call. Paul Wolf said, come to pit road, Parker.
Hey, Marty, and for the 20, Christopher Bell was just told to go hard. They are going to pit again in this stage. So seeing if this works out for them. Basically a 3 stop since the last caution here for the 20 of Christopher Bell. So he's going as hard as he can right now, knowing they'll stop again.
All right, we'll have to see if that works out. If they can make up enough time to add an extra pit stop. SVG and Larson continue to just run away at the front of the pack, about 23 seconds back to third. Now we see Chastain on pit road countering the pit stop of the 22. Kim.
Yeah, and as soon as Joey committed to pit road,